We're with Enrique Ramirez, who I like to describe as a serial restaurateur, and we're in Little Tokyo. This is great, Enrique. We're here at Chop Suey, which is an American dish, in a Chinese restaurant in Little Tokyo, owned by Enrique Ramirez. I think that's diversity. Did I get that right?
Almost right. People know it as Chop Suey. They were just Chop Suey houses. There was actually another Chop Suey house 2 doors down. And the real name of the restaurant used to be called the Far East Cafe. And it was owned by a Chinese family, 3 generations since 1937. And it was one of the places where people experienced Chinese food for the first time. They had really fond memories of the place. And it's known as the Far East Cafe, but a lot of people know it as the Far Bar, what is now called an Asian gastropub. Because we added a bar in the back.
It has multiple personalities.
Yeah. So the Far Bar is the bar in the back, so we have 2 bars and a patio. They weren't there before.
So we've got this, we've got Sake Dojo.
And 4 senior fish locations.
4 senior fish locations, but we're gonna go to your main senior fish location at 2nd and Main in the police headquarters building.
Let's go.
Let's go.
It's a takeoff on Senor Frogs. And I don't have a restaurant background. I'm not a chef. I never worked in a restaurant. I don't have that USC, or Anderson School of Business or Wharton. No, I have none of that. It's more, natural. Yeah. Hi, how's it going? Nice to see you. Hey. I'm a gambler by nature. I take chances, risk taker. I was never scared, no. We struggled the first couple of years with the concept. If you look at the numbers, they're pretty daunting as far as restaurants that succeed or not. Most of them, fail in the first year, like 80%. I didn't even think about it. There's not a didactic formula. Jonathan Gold, he came in and he loved it. And it brought people from everywhere. He had that kind of impact. He actually catapulted Senior Fish from teetering on going out of business to it got to the point where it was profitable. I was able to open up a bunch of Senior Fishes because I get restless and impatient, and I like a challenge, so it sort of fits my personality. Fish tacos. I got the idea from going to Vallarta and Acapulco, and they would do fish tacos on the beach, and then, the Americans loved them. The embryonic idea came from that. I was born in Guadalajara. Had a paper route, cut grass, shine shoes, clean houses with my mom. I was always doing something. I think I've always been sort of restless and hyperkinetic energy. Kind of craziness, offbeat. Javier Vergara Trio. Javier Vergara, who plays the same genre as John Coltrane. That's probably his idol. And he's really good. He's been playing the saxophone since he was a little kid. Grew up in Mexico, and he actually played with Poncho Sanchez for 7 years, but his real love is straight ahead jazz. It's sort of contradictory, but it works. Sake Dojo. Sake Dojo, it's a new sushi izakaya place that I opened up with a couple partners. It's a traditional sushi bar. It's traditional sake. A whole gamut of sakes, from the mundane hot sake to really super high-end sakes that are more like fine wines. And this traditional izakaya. It's like the Japanese version of tapas. Small plates, shared plates. No, money's not my motivation. No, that never works. My motivation is food, fun, and kind of providing jobs to people so they can make some money too. I think it's that whole communal experience because you're in a job and you're in a little cubicle, you go home, you watch TV, because people get caught up in that whole routine. And you sort of lose a little bit of your humanity. That's an anathema to what I am all about. And I think being around other people, especially if you sit at a bar, you interact with the waiter, the hostess, and it gives you back a little bit of that human touch that we're losing with the high-tech world. Maybe the more they get caught up in that morass, that they don't want to get out. Once they're out, they have a great time. You connect at a level that's very visceral, very primal, which is food. So I think that's a really strong reason for people to actually go out and change your life. It's a Pinot Grigio. My mom was a great cook. So I have a natural elevated palate, and I've traveled throughout the world. I like trying different kinds of restaurants, whether it be lowbrow or like high-end Wolfgang Puck. I've always wanted to play the saxophone though, and take time off and learn.